Hello everyone, guys. It will be a really quick tutorial, not even a tutorial, more like an intro. The product is still in beta and we will release a better and more comprehensive tutorial in the following days, maybe weeks, once the product will be more polished. But this video will give you enough context to start to use NewsFlow. We encourage you to test it on a testing domain, on a testing website, a dev environment, before publishing it, just because we are still in the beta, and so we can't guarantee smooth functioning in every given moment, but we think we will be out of beta in just 1 week or something like that. So the first thing that I want to show you for those that already purchased the product is that with our new release, we added the auto update. So right now you can go here inside the plugin dashboard inside WordPress and click update now. This wasn't possible before. So if it doesn't happen for you to have 1.0.7 here or zero point 0.6 maybe, it means that you are on an old installation. You need to go back to Lemon Squeezy and reinstall the plugin manually. And from now on, all the updates will be managed via the auto update of WordPress. The first one was like an initial release, and just a few people have tested it before we implemented the auto update. So what does it happen? It happened that right now we have NewsFlow here. Hurrah. So NewsFlow, you go to license, and here we have a dashboard that is meant just for activation. So you should paste your activation key here, activate the license, and you can deactivate it later if you want. Then you can go to setting and start to customize. So this first toggle is meant to actually turn on or off NewsFlow. Now it's turned off, and it means that it's not generating news. If I turn it on, it will start generating news. To work, NewsFlow need your own OpenAI API key. We may implement other models in the future. Right now, we support only OpenAI, so you should paste your own OpenAI key here. And here you can pick the model. We strongly recommend to use GPT 3.5, the basic model. It will be enough for most of the cases. The 16K model costs exactly double as the basic model, and GPT-4 can cost up to 10 times more for the same amount of token consumption. So especially for the testing phase, we strongly encourage you to use the basic one. For some languages like Chinese, some of our users told that the GPT-4 is actually good while GPT 3.5 is not good. So according to your own language, you should know if you want to use GPT-4 or 3.5, but please think accordingly, don't just do random stuff. Then we have the output language. Those are all the supported language by OpenAI. You can select the language and the output will be generated in that language. This doesn't mean that the input need to be in that language. I am personally in Italy and I run an Italian business. I'm thinking for myself to use NewsFlow because I strongly believe it's a valuable product and I will use it for my own business. I can input English sources and have NewsFlow generating Italian articles using the English source. So this is the output language. You can give to the system any language that is supported by OpenAI. You can find it in the documentation of OpenAI, and it is constantly changing. So right now, we don't have a repository of the supported language, apart from those that we manually added from what we know is the current situation, but those things may change in the future. Then you have the timer. The timer is the interval which NewsFlow is running in seconds. So this means that NewsFlow will check the RSS feed every, in that case, 3,600 seconds. It means 1 hour. So every 1 hour, NewsFlow will check the RSS feed that you have added, and it will run the automation accordingly. Then you can add the daily generation limit. Those are articles. So if you have 0, it will generate endlessly. We don't recommend this because if there is some loophole, or maybe you have used some keyword that can be extremely common in another language, and you give multiple languages sources, it can be really bad. Like AI, for example, in English, AI stands for artificial intelligence, but in Italy, is just an article. Like AI is used commonly in many different sentences, and it means that basically almost every article would be generated. And so that's why we suggest you to have a daily generation limit. You can also limit the token consumption going to your OpenAI dashboard. Then here we have the keywords. For example, in our testing, we added kids and parent for a parenting blog and parenting news site. You can add as many keywords as you want. So you have kids, parent. We can add, for example, child, or we can add even, I don't know, variation, children. So those are the keywords that will be looked by the AI when generating a new article. So it means that the AI generating the article will try to add those keywords if they are relevant for the content. So it will be good for topical authority and for SEO in general. This is the main purpose why we built NewsFlow. Then we have some option. So this one is include featured image. The image will be scraped directly from the source, and you can decide if include or not include it. Then we have the TLDR, too long, don't read. You have a short summary after the featured image before the actual content of the article, and you can decide if you want it or not. Then you have credits. Those are the credits to the original source. At the end of the article, you will have a short snippet saying original article by name of the source, like original article from Fox News. Then you have image credit, which is basically the same, but the credits are under the image, so is original image credits too. We recommend to toggle this on if you include the featured image because of IP and to avoid any IP infringement. Use these at your own discretion. That's why we included, you can exclude the featured image. We will add support for AI generated image in the future. We will add support for embedding third-party images from another library to avoid IP infringement. Right now, if you want to be extremely safe, you can just turn this off. If you want to turn it on, we suggest you to include the image credits. Then you can enable or disable the comments. This will be done, by the way, on article level. So all the articles that are generated once you have this toggle on will have the comments, and it's not retroactive. So keep that in mind. We will work on a better solution in the future. This was the first approach that we decided to take for the MVP, just because it's really easier for us to do it that way. Then we have crop and resize the image, because this way it will take less space in your disk storage. We recommend to turn this on. Again, use them at your own discretion. There are better plugins for compress and optimizing the images. We are not going after that route. We will improve those tools, but we will never try to replace those products. So if you have Short Pixel, if you have any other product that is used to optimize the image, use them. That will be a better work than what we can do with the current tech stack. Topic, this is the topic of your general news aggregator, which is used again to give to the AI more context while generating the content. And then we have the tone of voice. You can select in between like a selection of different tone of voice. In the future, we will give you more control over that. So that means that you can generate, like, to write a more descriptive, let's say, art direction for the tone of voice that you want the AI to use. But not now. This is the easy approach. Again, this is our MVP. It is still in beta, so bear with us. It will improve. This is still good. And for most of the cases, since you want to create a news aggregator, you should use like professional or authoritative or formal tone of voice. But if you are a personal brand and you want to add those for yourself, then maybe you can have some other twist. But again, up to you. Our goal is to give you something that you can customize according to your need, not something that is just plug and play. It is plug and play, but is extremely customized. Of course, remember to save the changes and it will be done. Then we go to the RSS list, which is where you add the new RSS feed. We already have this one, which is Fox News. You can grab this URL, you add a new RSS. I will use the same one just for showcasing to you. You grab a new URL, you add the RSS link here, you call it Fox. Here we have, they are the same, of course, so I will delete it. Yes, I'm sure I want to delete it. But as you can see, you can add many different RSS feeds. We have in our internal roadmap an improved RSS feed builder, let's call it that way, that will let you organize them in a better way. It will let you give them priority for more automation that will give you in the future. This again was just for testing purpose. It works fine and you can start to use it right away. You just add the RSS feed and this source name will be used on the front end when you give credit to the source. So this way it will be original article from Fox News Politics. Then we have the keyword list. So the keywords are what trigger the actual automation. What does it do? So this system right now, as it's set up, will look for the words Trump and Biden, and they will put the news under the politics category. Maybe we will have, I don't know, Web3 category for whatever reason, for those that are into crypto. So let's call the category Web3, and then in the keyword crypto. Then we have NFT, then we have blockchain, and whatever you want. You save it, and then you will have a new category with the automation keywords. How does NewsFlow actually work? So the system will look into the RSS feed. So the system will actually look into the RSS feed that you have provided at the interval that you have included in the settings. So this is the list of the RSS feeds. In the settings, you have the interval here. So at this interval, the system will look this RSS feed, and it will look for the keywords that you have added in the keyword list. Those are the keywords. If the system finds one of those keywords, it will generate the article under this category. So this is the intended behavior. There are some things that might not work as expected, and we are going to upgrade the system and change the workflow slightly in the following weeks. So bear with us and don't invest too much time into the customization at this stage. You can test it. If it works for you, you can run it. Know that we may change the workflow because our goal actually is to divide category from keywords that now they are actively typed, but we may want to assign category directly to the RSS feed for some geolocation use cases. We will give you more information when it will be the time, but for now, that's it. And now, if you go to the name of your website /news-feed, you will actually see the news feed that you can, of course, customize however you want. This is the latest news that have been generated. You can click on it and it will bring you to an already built page with a really simple and really basic UI, actually, nothing crazy. The title, the author, which is me, the date, the year, so this is when it was published. Here you can see image source Fox News. We don't have a TLDR in this one. I don't know why, but I'm sure there is a, oh yeah, I remember we had a conflict with this one. This is an old iteration, it's 4th of October, now it's 8, so we changed a lot of stuff. Actually, we released 2 or 3 versions in this period of time, so we are actively developing it as fast as possible. And here we should have, yeah, you see, this is the TLDR, so this is a summary of the whole article, title, whatever, TLDR, article. That's it. So, and here is the other original article post by Fox News. And actually, if I click on this one, it will bring me directly to the original source. So the users might actually go deeper into everything, but we will add many other things. And as you can see, this image was taken for the featured image. This one is a video, so that's why it wasn't taken. So this is the first version. We are still in beta. We will release many different updates. And once we will go public with the official V 1.0, we will announce it in our community. And with the version 1.1, we will give you much more design possibilities. If you want to know a really cool thing, is that if everything works as expected, now I can show you that even with this version, you can create a new page and you can use the native loop builder of WordPress, and it is compatible by default with NewsFlow. So here, if I want to add a loop, query loop, I can choose. I'm using Blocksy as a theme in this moment, but theoretically it should work with everything. If you notice something that doesn't work as expected, please tell us so we can troubleshoot it. So let's say that I want to use this one, and this is not this one. I want to use NewsFlow feed, and boom, it's populated. So of course, you can style it however you want. Ideally, we will make these compatible with everything. So you will be able to style everything by yourself if you want, or you can also use our builder, which is not actually a builder. We will not release a builder, but we will release a system for you to easily customize most of the settings that you need to have a UI that works out of the box. So that's it for now, and we will update you with a more in-depth tutorial once we will be ready with the new version of the product. Have a good day. Bye bye.